woken up so many times. That last video I made of me, I woke up in the middle of the night with so much pain. It was unbearable. Now it's just after 4 o'clock in the morning. I guess I'm gonna get out of bed. It hurt really bad. Hurt really bad. Woke up so many times last night, I just didn't feel like making a video of the pain I was going through, except that one time I did make that video, but just woken up so many times. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I got 4:20 in the morning. I don't know how I slept last night. Like I just said earlier, I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't even think I said anything, did I? I just did a video. I couldn't say anything. It just hurting really bad. I'm seeing a surgeon Wednesday. That doesn't mean I'm having surgery. I don't know what that means. Let's just see what he says. You know, all options are on the table for me in the situation. I mean, I don't necessarily have to have surgery, but it's just I've been told since 2018 that this right here needs to be fixed with surgery. And I was told just a year ago that I was going to have surgery. But what happened to me? This right here. I fell, had a hematoma in my leg, and when you have a huge hole in your leg, they don't need to be making another huge hole in your body and your neck, because your body needs to concentrate on healing that problem before you work on another hole in the body. Duh. So that doctor, like Dr. Abel, UT, he rescheduled me for surgery on my neck last year 4 times. So he was determined at a certain point to get my neck problem fixed. Because why would he have me on his schedule at UT for surgery 4 times? See, when I fell, I had to call and tell him about my leg. That caused them to reschedule my surgery until January. In January, my leg had not been healed up enough. So I moved my surgery back 1 month, February. February, my leg had not been healed up enough. So then I had to reschedule it. My leg, I was rescheduled 4 times to have my neck fixed by him. Until finally they just said, Mr. Collins, we're not going to reschedule you for surgery. Just let us know when your leg is totally healed up, and then we'll fix your neck. So I did that in July. Don't ask me why. they changed their mind. I don't know. They just did. So it don't have to be surgery. I just like to have the problem fixed. To me, I feel like, in my opinion, after being told so many times need to have surgery on my neck, I feel like when you've been, see, this has been going on since 2018. 2018, I had another ruptured disc below my fusion. That's when I was first told that I need to have surgery. But I'm like, no, I've already had 4 surgeries on my neck. Let's try other options. Let's try other ideas. And so for the longest time, I've been trying other ideas until finally all those other ideas have not worked. I've run out of ideas other than another surgery. And if you look at my neck, it's trying to auto-fuse together. The body is healing itself. The body is trying to heal itself by do what they call automatically fuse together, or they call it auto-fuse. It's auto-fusing together. In the meantime, the auto-fuse is creating a big old bone spur, and the disc is still punctured out on the left side of my spinal cord. So see, that's why I'm so all gung-ho about surgery now, because I've been told this for so long, and I've ran out of all other options. I don't know. Seeing the surgeon Wednesday, whatever he says, I'll do whatever. I just like to have the problem fixed, please. Just like to have the problem fixed. I need my low back problem fixed too. I'm having something sweet to eat right now. It's waffles. Syrup is sweet, loaded with sugar in it. I don't know. When I was younger, when I was young, how when you're young, you're so thin and trim. And even though when I was young, I was thin and trim, I still weighed like 169 pounds. See, I'm 5'8", and I'm just a heavy son of a gun. At 5'8", the very skinniest I could be is 169. Zero fat on me. Zero fat on me at 169. I'm talking zero fat. I have to take a pile of medicines for about everything. You see right here, I have to take a bunch of medicines for about everything. About 20 years ago or 24 years ago, somewhere around there, early 2000, I was diagnosed with a thyroid problem first. And then I was diagnosed with testosterone problems. And then I had a Dr. Langton that wanted to do an MRI of my brain. I didn't know it, but she was expecting me to have a pituitary tumor. But when she did the MRI and I went to the follow-up, she had good news and bad news. The good news was she told me that she thought that I had a pituitary tumor by looking at my labs, but she said it's not a pituitary tumor. That's the good news. But what's the bad news? She said the bad news is your pituitary gland's not shaped right. It's all swiveled up. That's probably what's causing you to have all these hormone problems. The hormone problems I've had for 20 years has given me an anxiety disorder. They call it anxiety, even though I'm not thinking. Sometimes I think about anxious. Sometimes I admit I have anxious thoughts, but most of the time I wake up so early in the morning. From the beginning of this video, what time? It's 4 o'clock. I was waking up. I wake up so early in the morning because that's when it hits me the hardest.
anxiety disorder. I'm not thinking anything. My body's just like the adrenal glands are wide open. And I have hormone problems. I got to take 3 different hormone medicines. And if you look at my arm, sometimes it'll make my face red, my eyes red. I get goosebumps all over me. I have this anxiety disorder. It's been going on for 20 years. Ain't nothing I can do. You can't think it away. It's not a matter of what I'm thinking about, because I wake up from deep sleep. I wake up from deep sleep with this problem almost every morning, and it causes me to have a driving anxiety. I have driving anxiety, but some of my driving anxiety too is caused by my neck and back pain. So it's one of the biggest problems I got there. For, I guess it's chronic. When you've had it for at least 20 years, chronic. One time ago, I took Klonopin, and it was the ultimate fix for it. And then about 18 months went by on Klonopin. It made my anxiety worse. Like when I didn't have the Klonopin, it just tripled the anxiety. So I'm like, no, and that was 20 years ago too. Klonopin was a good fix for it, but it was a temporary fix. They ended up making the problem worse. Then I had to have Klonopin all the time. But you take Klonopin for so long, you get immune to it, and then what are you going to do? So no, I don't want Klonopin. So yeah, I got an anxiety disorder caused by my hormone system. I take testosterone, 2 different thyroid pills. So my anxiety disorder does cause me to have heart problems. You know, anytime you're dealing with hormones, it's going to cause you mess with your blood pressure. And not only that, but the pain in my back and my neck causes me to have a blood pressure problem too. So I have to go to a cardiologist. You know, I have pituitary gland problem, and then I also have autoimmune disease. I have an autoimmune disease of the platelets. That won't get any better. That's supposed to get worse in time. That's why I have to see a hematologist at UT, Dr. Hanna, every 6 months, because that's something he said in time it won't heal itself. It gets worse. Autoimmune disease of the skin. I have an autoimmune disease of the heart. I have an autoimmune disease of the joints. And I have another autoimmune disease. Look at what my blood pressure is doing. Also have another, see, look, that's anxiety and pain in my neck you're looking at right there. 153/99. That's borderline emergency room right now. I take my blood pressure pill when the pain calms down. When my pain calms down, or the anxiety calms down, I take my blood pressure medicine, then my blood pressure goes too low. So what do I do? So anyway, what was I talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. But anyway, I've got like plantar fasciitis of the feet. You see those underneath my foot, you see those jagged see the little pointed things there and underneath my feet? That's bone spurs underneath my feet. And then as you go up my body, I got problems with my knees too, but I don't have x-rays on that. It's been a while since I've had my knees looked at. But then look right here, that's my hips. Bone cyst in my hips. And then I have problems with my low back. I got bone cyst in my low back, and then I got degenerated disc in my low back. I actually have a ruptured disc and tumor in my low back. But the biggest problem I have right here with my low back is osteophytes. So large doctor told me that I had the worst case of osteoarthritis ever. And osteoarthritis, folks, is the most debilitating. That's why I'm in a wheelchair, is osteoarthritis. That's why I have a walker, osteoarthritis. And then I have this problem with my neck. When I was 11 years old, I played football. Through elementary school, middle school, and then when I was a freshman in high school, I had to stop. My parents sent me to a chiropractor at the time, and he took x-rays and said, your son's going to have to stop playing football before he ends up paralyzed from the ears down. So it started playing football, but some of it's genetics. My mom had a bad spinal. My mom had spinal. I guess I inherited this from my mom. But I've got degenerated discs in my back. And I've also got rheumatoid arthritis. I've got rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. And that one of those, not just one of the rheumatoid and osteo. And I got both. All it takes is one of them. And I got both. Is enough to totally disable you. Let alone all my other problems with my hips. Anxiety disorder. So because of the problem I have with my neck, I have a walker too, and I use it, and as you see, I use this wheelchair. Because of the problem I have with my walker, because of the problem I have with my neck, this walker right here, I cannot, when I'm walking with that walker, I cannot put my weight, see what I'm showing here in this picture? I can't put the weight of my arms through my body on that walker as I'm walking. If I do, that'll break my neck pain out. I've mentioned to my doctors in a paper thing I made that one of my problems is I cannot lift over 20 pounds. Now I can, my arms are strong enough to lift over 20 pounds, but I found out a few years ago, leaving Walmart actually, carrying groceries to my car, I found out a few years ago, if I carry anything over 20 pounds for 2 or 3 minutes, see, my neck problem as well as my low back problem is a roller coaster ride. It's usually worse in the morning and then worse in the evenings right before bed, but throughout the day my pain level's up and down. Okay, so if my pain level happens to be down low, 0, 1, 2, or 3, low pain level, all it takes is 20 pounds, me carrying 20 pounds in these arms for about 2 to 3 minutes, and that will send my neck pain up to 10, level 10. That will send my neck pain up to level 10. So when I'm walking with that walker, I can't, most people when they walk with a walker, they're using it to help them walk. They're using it to help carry their bodies, so they have to lean on that thing. I can't lean on that walker when I'm walking on it. I mean, I can if I want to, but if I do, it makes my neck pain worse. Just the weight of my arms. And my arms are not humongous, just the weight of my arms. If I ever go walking, just the weight of my arms will break my neck pain out in about 10 minutes of walking. So, yeah, I had a doctor tell me one time that I was triple disabled when I had this injury to my leg. I had a hematoma it was almost a year ago. How long ago was it? Is this October? 11, almost 11 months ago, I fell. My back went out on me. I fell down concrete stairs. And had a huge hematoma to come up on my leg. That problem came because of my back. My back went out on me. I woke up that morning. It was Thanksgiving morning, 2023. I think it was the 23rd of November. I woke up that morning, and this is the way my back is. Remember when I said my pain level's up and down? I woke up that morning, Thanksgiving morning, and my back was feeling pretty good. It was feeling great. And I literally thought about going for a walk. that morning. But then I thought to myself, you know how my back is. If I go on some long walk, what if I can't make it back? It's Thanksgiving morning. I'll have to get I'd have to bug somebody's Thanksgiving to bring me back to my apartment if I can't carry myself back. So I thought I better not go. So I was just going to take my wheelchair anyway, because I didn't want to take a risk of me walking off somewhere like I thought I could do at the time. I thought I could walk off. I was thinking about going on a long walk, but then I also thought, man, my back's funny, man. Sometimes it can be feeling good and all of a sudden slam me down. I was just thinking about that. So as a precaution, I thought, let's just go out on my wheelchair since it's Thanksgiving. I don't want to take no risk of me back going out, and then I got to call somebody to bring me back home. And lo and behold, I was walking out my front door. There's a couple steps here, and my back went out on me. Went from feeling a really good low level 0 to 2 real low pain to all of a sudden massive 10 pain. It knocked me down, which caused me to have a hematoma in my leg. I'm lucky I didn't break my leg, to be honest with you. Very fortunate I didn't break my leg. And now this leg doesn't hurt as bad. When I had that hematoma in my leg, it burned and stung like it was dipped in gasoline being stung by bees. Worst pain ever. That's exactly what it felt like. It felt like my leg was on fire being stung by bees, because it would burn and sting so hard. And I laid in the bed 2 or 3 months. Anyway, it still burns and stings, not near as bad as it used to. It still gives me, I have problems with this leg. The leg, I'm talking about just from my hematoma, I can only stand and walk so far on this leg until I just can't walk no more. And then I got the problems with my hips, low back. Yeah, I'm triple disabled, I guess, folks. So, when I had my Uber job, I did it for about 7 years. And the beauty of that job, what was so good for me on that job is, it was an app that I used in my phone. When I was able to work, I just hit a red button in that app. Send me a trip to do. And that trip take 10, 15 minutes. You know, I could do that sporadically through the day, or really sporadically through the week, off and on, you know. That's why I did that so well for about 7 years, because I got moments when I can and I got moments when I can't work. So if somebody was to ever hire me, they're going to have to work my schedule, because there's times I can, there's times I can't. I'm just up and down throughout the day, through the week. I can't work somebody's schedule. There's no way. I tried to go through voc rehab, but they told me the only way they could get me a job is through somebody where I'd have to work their schedule. And I explained to them how I was with my feet, low back, hips, neck, and everything. I said, I'm going to have somebody that's going to be patient with me, and they're going to have to accept me when I'm able and accept me when I'm not. And voc rehab said they didn't know of anybody that would work me that way. But Uber can. I did it for 7 years. I could clock on when I'm able and clock off. And that's why I did that successfully for 7 years. I didn't make a lot of money, but I made enough where I didn't have to bug my family. See, I have to bug my family for help because I don't have enough money to make ends meet. I wish there's some way I get that job back, you know. So anyway, I don't know, that's just where I'm at in my life. I wish I could get that job back with Uber. I wish they would let me work with them on my schedule and let me, see, even with Uber, if you didn't want to do a trip, if a trip was too hard for you, you could deny it. I could take the ones I could do, I could deny the ones I can't do, because some of those Uber trips that I've done, I couldn't walk up 20 flights of stairs to an apartment building that was up on the 15th floor, you know, and you had to walk stairs. I could reject that trip and give that to somebody else, you know. So that was a good job for me perfect job for me. I don't know why they let me go. They let me go. I didn't quit. And I don't understand why they let me go. I had great ratings. I had like a 97% satisfaction rating. It's supposed to stay above 85%. I had like a 4.9 star. That's pretty good. So, I don't know. That's just my problems I got, and why it's hard for me to find a job, why it's hard for me to work. And anyway, I appreciate you watching. You know something, as I'm making this video here, making my video, I forgot about something. I always do that. I'm very forgetful. I forget things. But I have another problem too, is with my stomach. I've had this problem about 9 years. I don't know why my stomach don't digest food very well, and I can't eat a lot of food, especially like I used to. Like if I go to a buffet, that'd be dangerous for me. If I go to a buffet, I won't be able to get... I don't know why, but my stomach does not handle digestion very well. I have to take Miralax or something every day. And the doctor's got me on this prescription right here. And that prescription, all that does is keeps me alive. That prescription right there, all it does is just keep me alive. What do I mean by keeps me alive? Because if I don't take something for my stomach, this is a daily, everyday thing, and I've been this way at least 5 years, but probably 9 years. If I don't take something, my stomach will get so constipated that I start throwing up. And when that happens, I'm in a colon blockage. And when I'm in a colon blockage, and if my colon or intestines rip, tear, explode anywhere, I got about 6 minutes and I'm seeing Jesus. I'll die. So that's another problem I got. I'm seeing a gastrologist again about it. This medicine, see, they don't know, they know of the gastrology place I went to, they know of my problem. They have a name for it, but it's one of the medical problems they don't know what causes it, believe it or not. But they have medicine to treat it. That's this stuff. But that daggone stuff sends me to the bathroom 3 or 4 hours. I'm just constantly rolling. I mean, it's like, don't take this. I'm extremely constipated. I'll be in the hospital with a tube up my nose. See, I've been in the hospital twice with this problem. February 2019. I was seeing Jennifer, and I got so constipated down there. See, I left my Miralax at home, and I didn't realize at the time how important it was to take that. And I got so constipated when I was down at her, she had to take me to the emergency room. They had to put a tube up my nose. I was in the hospital 4 days like that, had to put me on morphine, had my stomach pumped for 4 days. And that gastrologist told me then, I'll never forget, he says, whatever you do, Mr. Collins, never stop taking Miralax. The problem you got with your stomach is severe enough to where it could kill you. Your stomach, your colon, your intestines could rupture. When that happens, you got about 6 minutes and you're dead if it happens. There's actually the bowel and the stuff that's in your digestive system. If it goes into your bloodstream, it goes into a toxic poison and it'll kill you. So that's another problem I have. Anyway, so I'm going to a gastrologist. I'm trying to figure out a way for them to give me medicine that'll make me normal. I want my digestive system to be regular. You know what I mean by regular? Where I'm not so constipated and then I'm not having to sit on the toilet all day long. Now, Miralax and Psyllium Husk is the best fix right now, as far as I know of my problem. But that costs so much friggin' money. It's like $60 a month, and that's a have to, or I'll be in the emergency room. So I'm trying to get the gastrologist to figure out a medicine that I can take that my insurance will pay that will save me $60 a month, I'm hoping. Otherwise, I gotta have this stuff. I mean, the most regular way for me to be is with Muralax and psyllium husk. That's the closest way to make me a regular as far as my digestive system. But the stuff that the other gastrologist gave me, it just puts me in the bathroom all day long. So anyway, it's just another issue that I got. Thanks for watching.